Peaches, with this bad weather and all today, you think you can let us knock off a little early? Give us a weather day? What's going on, y'all? Jason over here at Cog Hill Farm. Woo, we are in the outskirts of Francine, Hurricane Francine. It has been extremely windy here. Didn't get the rain so far that they have predicted, but the wind has been steady at about 15, 25 miles an hour, with a gust around 40, 45 miles an hour. I was just gonna come out here and check the greenhouse and make sure everything was okay out here. I put all the greenhouses, or I put all the sides down on the greenhouse yesterday in preparation for the storm. But they're looking okay. These greenhouses are tough. They are really, really tough. These Grower Solution greenhouses. All that looks good. I even put the Purple Martin condominiums, I pulled it down too. We'll clean those guys out later. Not gonna do that today, I'll tell you that. Go check on everybody. When you got weather like this, you just don't ever know. I can tell y'all one thing though. This is why, or one reason why I'm happy that I have the fruit trees on our trellis system like this. This right here, we're having these high winds like this. It really does an amazing job at supporting the fruit trees. Just a great job at it. Especially if I had a ton of fruit on here, which I still do have pears on here. We'll grab us a pear this morning. So I spent a good bit of yesterday getting ready for the storm. And here you go, girl. Here you go. Only thing I really didn't do is I didn't take the pigs' sun sail up. And so far it's doing okay. And of course the pigs have got their porta hut. What's up, Mo? Big Joe. I think he's courting Loretta. Hope Gus don't see that. No fight starting. Of course the Mo and Joe got their porta hut. What's up, buddy? Y'all seem to be handling this weather pretty good. Yes, y'all do. I'm gonna tell y'all, those porta huts might be one of the best investments we made here on our farm. Absolutely love those things. I mean, they are so awesome. They're of course they're portable, hence the name porta hut, and they make such great shelters. And y'all, I'm telling you, they're almost indestructible. And we have never had one fly off or flip up or anything like that with any type of weather. We've had some pretty good severe weather around here, you know, kind of like this, even worse. They got about, I don't know, about a 2-foot stake that goes in the ground, so it holds them in pretty good. I always get asked 2 questions with those porta huts. Where'd you get it? And isn't it hot? Number 1, we went to the website, Porta Hut's website, and we found the dealer closest to us was in Tennessee. Are they hot? No. When we first got these things, I did a video with a thermometer, and it showed that it was about 15 to 20 degrees cooler inside the porta hut versus outside the porta hut. So they're not hot at all. They're made with those ridges, kind of like heat sinks, to disperse heat, and they're silver, so it kind of reflects heat too. But they're not hot. Now you stick your hand on it in the middle of the day, the metal will be hot, but inside the porta hut itself, it's not like an oven at all. It's a good bit cooler in there. But I didn't take the pig's sunshade down, but I did take the chicken's sun sail down. I didn't want it any kind of way cause any damage to the egg mobile here. I just didn't want nothing to happen to it. What's going on, y'all? Y'all handling the weather okay? Y'all appear to be. Y'all sure do. Look how that wind's done blown my fence down a little bit there. Let's cut this thing off real quick. I will say this. Chickens handle this weather pretty daggum good. They really do. What's going on, Opal? Hey, Wilhelmina. Hershey. Big Ryan. Hey, Reba. Hey, girl. Ginger. Lucille. How you ladies doing? How y'all doing? Hey, Cheese. Let me get you some of that cheese. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. One thing I did do is that I did put their feeder inside the coop just in case. Now, this is a feeder here that holds 50 pounds of feed, and it's made for weather and does a great job. And we've had this feeder, y'all, I don't know, a long time. I can't remember where we got it from. But when the wind's real heavy, it will sometimes blow the lid off, and it'll ruin that whole 50 pounds of feed in there. So I brought the feed in here yesterday, getting prepared for the storm. Oh goodness, the wind's done blown y'all's curtains up, hasn't it? We'll get those set back down for y'all. Them Rhode Island Reds are doing well. Hey y'all. I tell you, probably about 2 more weeks, I think these guys will be ready. Maybe 3, ready to go out with the rest of the flock. I'm sorry that the wind's blowing, girls. Yeah, and y'all don't have any privacy. I'm so sorry. Tell y'all, you gotta be real careful coming out this coop with these stairs, because the chickens will do their thing on them stairs. And I know y'all have heard that old saying, you know, slick as owl. Chicken is just as slick. Some people ask me all the time about the portable coop, and you know, are we worried about high winds and that kind of thing? But no, not really. That's a pretty heavy trailer right there, y'all. Very, very heavy. And it's got supports under it, got supports under the tongue. I mean, you know, if 100-mile-an-hour winds come through here, that may be a different story, but right now we've had no issues whatsoever with our eggmobile back here. Zero. All right, let's go check on this crew over here this morning. See how everybody's doing. What's going on, you two? Oh, Goldie and Nugget this morning. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, sir? You handling the weather okay? You appear to be. Miss Goldie? Yeah, y'all handling it? Y'all handling it okay? Yeah. We have moved some things around in preparation for this weather. And one thing is we did let the emus back in over here and opened up the gate over there where the pond pasture is. So the emus have this area now. And we did that because their shelter right here. We wanted the guys to have their shelter, be able to get in there. Now, for the most part, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Those emus right there, they will stay out in the rain a pretty good bit. Rain does not bother them. Now, if it gets real heavy, they'll get in here, and we were supposed to have some pretty heavy rains today. We were right on the edge there from having either 2 inches or 6.5 or 6 inches. So we were right there. So I guess it could have went either way. So far, we've been under the 2-inch, or in that 2-inch rain. So we ain't in that big heavy rain like they are anticipating just 20 minutes north of us. But if the emus want to come in here, Miss Honey, they can. And we just left Snow White in the barn today. And then we'll open it all back up for her tomorrow, or after the rain's gone. It may rain a little bit tomorrow too. But so if the emus want to get in there, they can get out of there. Right, buddy? Right. That wind's moving, ain't it? Sure is. So if you missed Brooke's video, we now have all the babies over here. Now that everybody's together, we got Curtis and Red, right, honey, are over here with everybody. So all the goats besides Mo and Joe are now together, right? That's right. Hey there, Martha. Hey, girl. But shelter-wise over here, the donkeys are kind of like the emus. The donkeys will stay out in the rain a little bit. Unless it gets really raining hard, they'll go under the shelter. Now the goats, on the hand, goats are a different story. Goats are a different story right here now. Goats, the first drop of rain. You can see those guys running to the shelter. Goats do not like water, or at least domesticated goats don't. I don't know about, you know, wild goats or anything like that. But for the most part, I've never seen a goat, ever, in all our years of raising goats, seen a goat that liked any type of water. They don't even like walking in water. Don't like it, period. Right, Miss Honey? That's right. What's going on, Jess? You better come here and see me, girl. Y'all can see the Silkies out there. What's going on, Silky Clan? How you guys doing? I saw Peaches out here earlier this morning, and I'm gonna be truthful with y'all. This is the second time of me making this video. I made it one time before, early this morning, right off the bat this morning when we were doing chores, and well, the volume decided to out on me. And I didn't have volume past about the 2-minute mark in the entire video. Even though I see my little green, I got a little thing right here that's green that shows me that my volume's working. I don't know. It didn't work, did it, honey? It didn't work. So this is the second time me recording this video today. Show is. What's going on, Pete? You doing okay? What's up, Tip? Tip, what's up, buddy? You know, I was wondering, since we had this bad weather today, if Miss Peach is over here, if she was gonna let us have the day off. So far, that has not been the case. She has not let us been off because of bad weather. And you can see she's got her new court gesture over here. Yeah, got her one. If it's not this Silky over here, you know who it is? It's Topper. Her and Topper are like this. Getting them browning points. That's what it is. Getting them browning points. I got the winds done blown the shavings all out over here. Yeah. I can't believe Peaches didn't let us off today, though, honey. You know it. You know, you think we'd get a weather day every now and then. You know what I'm saying? You would think so. You know, that's just my thinking. Y'all looky here. So another animal that does not mind the rain at all, and that is the cows. The cows do not mind. There's Moody over there. There's Mildred. They could care less. Even when it's raining hard, honestly, they could care less. They will eventually get in their shelter right there if they want to, but for the most part, y'all, they'll just hang out there. And I think Mildred is less scared of rain than Moody is. I really do. I've seen Moody get under shelter before. Mildred, she laid back. She can handle it. She's a strong woman. Always when we have weather like this question comes up a good bit. And that is, why don't we have our animals like a storm shelter? And for several reasons I could tell you. The type of weather we have here, y'all, our most main very scary weather here are tornadoes. That's it. Severe thunderstorms with tornadoes. That's what we have to kind of contend with. Now, we do have a hurricane today that did go west of us. And we do have hurricanes from time to time. And not to say that hurricanes aren't scary, but because they really are. But we're kind of central Alabama. And so, you know, we're not on the Gulf of Alabama, so we don't get that first initial blunt, but we will get on occasion, we will get a category, or by the time it gets here, it could be a category 3 or 2. And it does some serious damage here, it really does. But the thing about a hurricane is that we have plenty of time, for the most part, to prepare for it. So if we saw like a Katrina type situation, or a looked like it was going to be a bad hurricane, a 5 or something hit the Gulf Coast, and they were talking about by the time they got to us it was going to be a 3 or something like that, we would know a few days in advance, and that would give us time to make a decision on taking the animals to another location. which we have come close to doing one time before in the past. So, you know, a storm shelter really wouldn't do us good there for the animals. But when it comes to a tornado, and I know that most people that don't live in tornado country and don't know about tornadoes, you don't have many days to prepare for a tornado. A tornado is quick. They happen fast. And you're lucky if you get 10 minutes notice. I mean, if you get 15 minutes, that is unbelievable. The one hit Granddaddy's house, I think Granddaddy had about well, actually when he got the phone call from my cousin Quince, they had a couple of minutes by the time they got in the bathroom, it hit. So, but it was about a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes there on that tornado. The last time we went in the storm shelter here, we had about a minute. That tornado touched down quick. The sirens went off, the alarms went off, and we had about a good minute to go run and get in our storm shelter. And I was already prepared, so to speak. I was watching the TVs, watching the weather, but I do understand the thinking behind it. I really do. But if you lived in these tornado alleys or tornado prone places like where we live, you would totally understand how there would be, I don't know how you could do it. I really don't. I really don't know how you could gather all your animals up and get them in the tornado shelter before a tornado hit. I really don't. And I hope that doesn't upset anyone, and if it does, I absolutely apologize, because we do love our animals from the bottom of our hearts. And you guys know that. Y'all see the way we treat and raise our animals here on the farm. It's starting to rain a little bit here. We actually need the rain though, so I'm happy for the rain. I'm really thrilled about the rain. So the goats went on the other side. I guarantee y'all, this little bit of rain, I guarantee y'all they're under the shelter. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hey, Snow White. There's Miss Snow White over there. She's doing good. She's handling this like a champ. Look here, I told y'all. What'd I tell y'all? Any little bit of rain. Oh, the goats are finding cover. I don't blame you, partner. This is the type of weather that you lay out on the hay bale and take you a nap. This is it right here. See that Sylvester ain't the only one. Bramble's guarding the garbage can for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so it's starting to rain. Y'all can hear it. It's raining pretty good. Of course, goats. Goats are in. Goats are in right there. Matter of fact, donkeys. The donkeys are in. Let's see what the cows are doing. I see Moody. Moody's in the shelter. And Mildred's not. Look here. Tell you, look, there's Moody. Moody's in the shelter. Not Mildred. Mildred's tough, y'all. She's one tough cookie. The rain don't bother Mildred. I think living with old Mo, Joe, and Topper all these years done rubbed off on you. That's what I think. Yeah, you think you a goat. Ain't that crazy? I always say it all the time. Animals are so different. They're all different. Let's go look at the emus. I bet they... And I may be wrong. I may be wrong. My guess is they're not in the shelter though. It is raining pretty good now. Raining cats and dogs. And y'all look at the emus out there in it. They were just in their shelter a few minutes ago. And now look. It does not bother them at all. Of course it don't bother the geese. The geese are enjoying it. Well, y'all, I do apologize having to re-record this video without us doing the chores and stuff like I anticipated. I really am. And I hope you guys stay safe and stay dry. Y'all be good.